Welcome to the Better Pairs Podcast. Join Dr. Jason Fujikawa for his insights on theology, philosophy, culture, and the verbal expressions we use to relate meaning and reality to one another. Make no mistake, this is a podcast for nerds, but particular nerds who are searching for old wisdom made ever new. To learn more about the Better Pairs cultural empire, please visit betterpairs.com. Greetings, I am your host, Dr. Jason Fujikawa. Season 4 of the Better Pairs podcast continues with Paradise. The full Season 4 schedule of episodes is now posted, so head over to betterpairs.com/schedule and be sure to sign up to our email list so that you are the first to know of future episode drops. Please stick around after the episode proper to learn more about Better Pairs and how you can support its fruit for the human soul. And now, on with the episode. Season 4, Episode 6, Paradise. Modern readers of sacred script, seeking both timely and timeless wisdom in their native tongue, can, with well-founded faith, trust that their translations and the translators behind them will fail to capture much of the weight and wonder present in the original Hebrew or Greek. Given this context, the maligned status of traduttore, traditore, that is, the translator traitor, it is no little wonder that the diction of Luke 23:43 has, for the most part, been presented quite faithfully in the Anglosphere. From the cross, Jesus consoles the repentant thief, whom the tradition identifies as Saint Dysmas. Quote, "Today you will be with me in paradise." End quote. The Greek witness here is parαδείσω, which the lexicography cartel, or Big Lexi, will spin as synonymous with heaven. Precisely at this moment in salvation history, however, Jesus, with respect to his human nature, will not be in heaven, as heaven is more broadly understood. His soul and his body will be rent apart by his death on the cross. His body, though still united with his divinity, will be entombed. His human soul, also united to his divinity, will, by the time of Easter Sunday, have harrowed hell and rescued the righteous who died before his advent. The Lenten longing of Isaiah's Messiah, awaited for centuries of woe and wrath, is fulfilled between a darkened Friday afternoon and the rolling stone of the week's first day. What a wonder to see something new under the sun's day, a new Adam, a restored Eve, untouched in a garden, noli me tangere. What a wonder that at least in Luke 23:43, the translators did not ruin the scandal of the cross. Broadly speaking, the scandal is that the God of life allowed himself to die to save us, his creatures. More acutely here, the scandal is that Christ's words are true in the very telling. Paradise is a paradis, or to be alongside God. The path from the Greek paradeisos to the Latin paradeum heads east to the Persian paradeisa, meaning walled park or enclosed garden reserved for nobility. Such nobles have this exclusive land on account of their wealth. In Latin, the adjective for wealthy or fertile, dives divitis, was later shortened to dis ditis, and became caught up in the confusion over whether Pluto is rich, perhaps from the wealth of the dead, or rather, whether there exists yet another pagan god of the underworld, Dis, which is also the name of the infernal city in Dante's Divine Comedy, encompassing the 6th through 9th rings. In any case, the association of the Greek paradeisos with heaven seems fundamentally connected to the wealth and abundance which only God, in this case the true God become true man, can provide. Heaven is specifically paradise because it is where God, and not merely his wealth, abides, affirmed by the frequent use of the Greek verb meno in Jesus' Last Supper discourse recounted in John 15. Para, it should also be mentioned, signifies being alongside something, such as with a parabola. That is, being alongside the motion of ballistic flight, and a paragraph being the symbol alongside a block of manuscript text, which alerted the typesetter of bygone years to make an indent. Para, as a word coming to us from both Greek and Latin, may be related to the Latin root par, meaning equal or even. Hence, people alongside each other or abreast are considered equals. Such was the case on that small hill outside Jerusalem, and fittingly so. To enter into Christ, to become a Christian, is to endure the death of the cross, not alone, but alongside him who suffered for us, before us. To become a Christian is to harrow hell, or at least those enslaved to hell on earth, to make fertile infernum, a harvest of those hopeful souls packed down, otherwise lost, perditi, save for the grace of God. To become a Christian is to believe that death can no longer obliterate the bonds of family and fellowship. My intercessory prayer that God's will be done for the sick and the dying in my life does not efficaciously end at the mere circumstance of their death. My love, my desire for their good, their highest good, refined, purged of all hindrances, rightly persists after death. Indeed, it is death which will be forgotten, that is, obliterated, and lost by perdition on the last day. To become a Christian means never having to leave his side, to remain, in this sense, through all the hardship and toil of a life yet to be lived, in paradise. We pray for the courage to so abide. Thank you for listening to the Better Pairs Podcast. The Better Pairs Podcast is offered free through the wonder of the internet, but made possible through the continued contributions of our listener audience. Our crowdfunding program, Better Pairs Leaves, is simple and, some might say, elegant in design. For your monthly contribution of $15 or more to Better Pairs, you will receive a thank you gold back in the mail, along with an update on the work of Better Pairs. Please visit betterpairs.com/leaves for more information and to contribute. Better Pairs Leaves is like a Patreon, but with fractional physical gold instead of behind-the-scenes and blooper reels. If you have been listening to the Better Pairs podcast or the Confederal Reserve for some time and recognize that the ideas shared stand out from other offerings of the internet, are worth sharing, and are worthy of your support, this community-driven contribution program is for you. If you are an adult in the Oklahoma City area, consider attending one of our participatory reading fellowships. Currently, we are reading the plays of William Shakespeare and The Lord of the Rings by J.A.R. Tolkien. More information and registration are linked at betterpairs.com. Lastly, the Better Pairs Memorare prayer campaign continues. Pledge and report your offered prayers for the success of Better Pairs at betterpairs.com/memorare. Thank you for your continued patronage of attention, prayers, and Federal Reserve notes.